crazy. All right. Thank you so much again for joining us. This is the Now Site Business platform presentation and our Now Site marketing presentation. Sorry, okay. Let's start back over. Welcome to the Now Site marketing platform business presentation. Thank you so much for allotting some of your valuable time to spend with us today. I'm gonna just get a little adjusting going on here. So we just invite you to hear just a few brief housekeeping guidelines for our meeting today. Please mute the phone or device that you're calling in from, and we ask that you mind your cameras because sometimes the extracurricular activities that are going on in the background can be a bit distracting, so please just mind your cameras if you will. Also, pardon me, if you are new to Zoom, please know that there are two different views that you can have during the presentation. One, if you see pictures of several people all in a row, that is called the gallery view. In one of those windows, the presentation slides will be viewable. However, if you want the slides to be on the large screen, please just go to the top right-hand corner of most of your computer screens. You might have a device that will be off to another corner, but there is a button that says either speaker view or gallery view. So you'll just touch that and it'll change the view that you have for the presentation. We also invite you to grab a notepad and pen and take down lots of notes of the great information that is about to be shared today with you. And then we ask that you keep our chat feature reserved for Now Site marketing specific questions and comments. However, we would love to know your name and where you're joining us from. So we do invite you to put that information in the chat as well. Thank you so much for keeping those guidelines in your mind during our meeting. So without further ado, my name is Felice Ricks, and I am so happy to be with you today. I am a customer of the Now Site marketing platform and have been a founding affiliate for over 2.5 years. And so it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you today the presenter. His name is Richard Laidler. Richard, a little bit about him, was born in the United Kingdom. He was raised and educated in Cambridge. And then in 1996, when he was a mere little pup, he created a digital printing technology, and he started a company, came to the United States to exploit that opportunity. Then in 2004, he sold that company for multiple 7 figures income. He went on to then become an owner of several Mickey barbecue restaurants in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He also sold those businesses and is now focused on more residual type businesses. And he has 2 of those. One is his own energy business, and the second is the Now Site marketing business. So without further ado, please help me welcome the person that introduced this wonderful platform to me, Richard Laidler. Take it away.
How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Oh yes, perfect. Loud and clear and clear.
That's good. We were having some problems with the microphone earlier, but for those who are listening in, thank you very much for getting on this Zoom call. I know you're very busy, lots and lots of stuff going on, but I want to thank you, Felice, because I know you're on vacation right now. As you can see, you're in a very casual spot, but you're stepping in, and I really appreciate you doing what you do and always being there as my support on this call. Thank you as ever. And I know you'll be watching the chat, so if people have some questions, pop them in the chat and Felice will be able to address those. We probably won't have much time at the end of the call to get into those, so the chat's going to be your best venue for that. But a great investment of time today. Lots and lots of stuff going on out there in the world, lots of craziness. that I've not seen in my lifetime. And it's just kind of interesting what's going on. A lot of people having a hard time. Obviously, you know, our heart goes out to those who are suffering right now, whether it be with their health or with finances. Certainly companies are struggling in this type of thing, but at the same time, and just from a purely business perspective, I do not want to be appear to be insensitive here. During a time of crisis, there is always the opportunity out there to, there are some incredible opportunities during a time of crisis, right after, if you look back in history, right after, like even after the Dark Ages was the Renaissance period. I mean, that's obviously going a long, long way back, but during last century, during, you know, the 1918 and 1939, you know, all of those major things that were happening, and there were, you know, good 10, 20 huge things that happened, were always followed by prosperity and new opportunities and this type of thing. And this is what's happening right now. Whilst it is, as I say, I sympathize very much so with those folks that are struggling. There is the opportunity right now. And I was going to say royalty, now it's like there, I've got to put, by the way, I've got a swear jar. We've just rebranded the company to NowSite, used to be called Royalty. So I've got a little swear jar. Every time I say royalty instead of NowSite, I'm going to put my money in there. I already lost a bunch of money on Wednesday, and Felice is claiming those little quarters I put in the jar. She's already worth about $6,000 or $7,000 from it. But I'm hopefully going to stay on track. But basically, NowSite is one of those companies that's really doing very well as a result of what's going on out there. And as I say, it's not a cause and effect thing that we necessarily wanted, but it is what it is. Whilst people are stuck at home, the ability to communicate with your clients, like I'm communicating with you right now through this little camera, is absolutely massively important. And can you imagine, you know, if the COVID thing had happened back in the 70s, 80s, or 90s, we would have all been extremely isolated because of no ability to really communicate other than the old-fashioned landline phone. NowSite is growing at a tremendous rate because we have this incredible technology that allows a one-man band, one-woman band to be able to not only stay in business during these difficult times of the lockdown, but also thrive. And then once the lockdown is done, it's going to really kind of help people take off. So the dedication of time that you've given today is really great. It's really important. And give me your attention just for a little bit. You've made the time to be on the call. It'll definitely be worth it. By the end of end of this presentation, you'll have a lot more knowledge and decide whether the NowSite platform is something that would help you in your business. This is not a pitch. This is a show and tell. I don't like pitches. I don't like a salesy type approach. I do get it. I'm passionate about what we do here, but this is not some kind of sale thing. But with that being said, I do want to move on because I want to make sure I respect people's time. So again, as Felice said, my name is Richard Laidler. I have I've been a traditional business owner for most of my life, and I've done very well. I sold a business back in 2004. We made a couple of $1 million from it, which was really awesome, especially bearing in mind prior to that, I had not been making a couple of million. In fact, quite the opposite. And I really filled a hole, which was great. But the thing was, even with that success, I struggled, you know, personally. I never had any time. I was at work 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, never saw my wife, and lost a fantastic marriage. Totally my fault, always at work. And this is what we do, you know, especially us guys, right? You girls are way smarter than us, and we kind of do what we think is right. And so I've moved into some more less traditional areas where I can actually make equal amounts of money without that commitment of time and energy and risk. And I've moved into more residual style businesses, one of which is energy, as you can see here. I help people save money on an electricity bill. That's not what we're going to be talking about today, other than the fact that I became a customer of the platform I'm going to be talking about for that energy business. My job was to help people save money on their bill, whether they're residential or whether they're commercial. And every time they saved money paying their bill, I got a little part of that. And when you have a few thousand customers, that money comes in month after month after month, whether I work or not. And the one thing I know people are going to do is pay their electricity bill. So it was a nice business to be involved with. And that's actually why I got involved with Nowsite, because I needed to be able to be in front of more people, so I had an opportunity to win more business. I needed to be starting more conversations, and that's what marketing is all about. And as one-man bands, one-woman bands, we tend not to go there. We tend to just go for the people who are looking today. So this is very much geared towards the small business owner, the solopreneur, the network marketer, the one-man band, one-woman band, the partnership, those really small organizations that really are the backbone of this country, but don't have the resources to be able to do what we need to be doing, which is marketing. Because the one thing we need is more customers, right? We are constantly looking for more customers, but there's a couple of real major things. There's lots of things that we need to, lots of hoops we need to jump through, but there's a couple of issues right now that are kind of holding us up or getting in the way just a little bit. One of which is a general issue, which I'm going to cover, but one obviously is one that's happening right now, the very current issue. The general issue is, and this is a good news, bad news scenario, the number of people who are looking for your product or service, no matter what it is. As I said, could be a product, could be a service, could be an organization. The number of people who are looking today, right now, at this very second, within this next 12 hours, 24 hours, is very small. It's not an indication of how good or bad your product is. It's just that people are not usually in the market for our product or service. The number of people who are looking to switch electricity in my business. And down here in Texas, people switch not much more than once a year. So today, if it's today, I'm lucky if I catch them today, right? And it's the same with your business. But that's what we do as one-man bands. We need to find those people who are looking today, because we've got a mortgage to pay. We've got our car payments. We've got food to buy. We've got our bills to pay. And they come every month. So we look to try and get customers every month. And again, that's only 1% of people out there. And so the other 99% are kind of getting ignored. And we hope that we find them at some point on the day that they're looking. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why fish in a little tiny pond with one fishing rod when you can fish a whole ocean, right? Of pulling people to you, so you're in front of them when they are looking to buy, whether it's a week from now, or a month from now, or 6 months from now. Because that's the good news, is that they're probably looking for your product or service at some point in the future. We just need to be in front of them when they are. This is not the option that it used to be. Being able to go to networking meetings and be able to meet face-to-face, have those appointments, exchange business cards, it's just not like it used to be. Face-to-face is going away. Word of mouth is being replaced by word of post, right? It's very much a very different world that we live in. And of course, right now, we've got something very prohibitive going on. Bad news, good news, again, scenario. The bad news, everyone's on lockdown. This is very typical. You know, we had one earlier on where I was having a meeting and the kids came in on the meeting. It's kind of lovely. I kind of like it. But that people are at home right now. How are we supposed to win them as customers, you know, with an offline approach, right? Where they hopefully will walk by our store or see our leaflets or whatever we're doing offline. How do we hope they're going to do that if they're stuck behind their door? The good news is they're online, right? Everybody's online, like you're online right now. I can communicate with you right now. And we have this wonderful thing. We're living in a digital economy. And literally anybody can market digitally online. Anybody can do it because it's available. The only and it's truly leveled the playing field, and we can literally market like the big boys. But here's the thing: only 1% of small businesses, one-man bands, one-woman bands, are actually doing it. I know we've all got a website, and I'm not talking about a website. What are you doing to drive people to the website? When they're at your website, what kind of conversation are you starting with those people? Because remember, most people are not looking to buy today, right? If they are looking to buy today and they go to your website, great, awesome. But that's only 1% of people. We need the other 99% coming and we start a conversation. What are you doing about that? What are you doing to collect their information? What kind of call to action are you doing? All right. And only 1% of people are actually doing that right. And the other 99% of us are literally standing by watching it happen. We're literally watching the big companies and those 1%ers who have dedicated the time to learn this, occupy the real estate on this phone on the screens while we stand by and just watch them do it. And it seems crazy, because if we've all got access to this digital marketing, why are we not doing it? And it's because it's too complicated. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, YouTube, blogging, vlogging, message bots, SMS marketing, ClickFunnels, and literally the list goes on. There are so many different things that we can use to market our business digitally online, but we're not doing it. And why is that? It's because it's just too complicated. All of those products are great, right? I'm not knocking any of them. They're all really good products, but they take weeks to learn. I don't have time. I don't have time. I've got my business to run, right? I don't have a marketing department. I can just say, hey guys, go learn this technology. But it's also kind of expensive. And when I've learned, they're all different products that you need, but then they need to work with each other. Because we've got this whole digital marketing, it kind of all works together with each other. There's a lot of learning and it's kind of expensive, and we just don't do it. And we kind of go back to the offline way that we've always done it. But the thing is, we have to do it, because this offline approach is just not what it used to be. Things have truly changed. That overused phrase, new normal, is absolutely how it is right now. Things have changed in a big way. And if we don't adapt to it, if we are not online like the big boys, we're going to be in trouble. We may fall behind. Certainly we'll fall behind our competition, who are prepared to do this online work that we're doing. We may fall behind, but behind them. Worse than that, though, is we may not make it at all. You can see some names here that used to be around and were a daily thing that we did. We'd go pick up a video at Blockbuster, or you know, a piece of film from Kodak and this type of thing. I'm not saying they've gone away specifically, but they are not the companies that they used to be. And as you know, Blockbuster has actually gone away. We cannot let that happen. Fortunately, the technology that we're going to be talking about today is going to stop that, and it's going to allow the other 99% of us to be able to be part of that as well. It's something called NowSite. Okay, NowSite. It's a digital platform that has everything that I just included in what we're talking about. Remember all those names that went across the bottom of the screen? All of those capabilities are in the NowSite platform, but over and above that, it's also powered by artificial intelligence, where our artificial intelligence will actually do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And the thing is, what it's going to do is it's going to help you and I be in front of more people so that we can win more customers. We need that more communication. We're going to be able to do what the big companies are doing, but this is the most important thing. It's made simple. It's made so that you and I not only can actually do it, but it's because we can now actually do it, we will actually do it. Okay, because as I say, the 99% of us are just literally stopping by and allowing those big companies to do what they do while we stand by and watch. It's made for the other 99% of us. This platform is for us, so that we can now step off the sidelines and now play in the ring with the big guys. So let's have a look and see what we need to do. So first of all, let's establish one thing. The movement from offline to online is happening. Period. We can be in denial and say, oh, I can't, that's for the kids, that's for the youngsters, I can't work out how to do this, I'm going to carry on doing it how I am. In a time of evolution, right? There's the fastest, there's the strongest, there's the smartest. They are not necessarily the ones who survive, and not only not survive, they literally die out. It's the ones who can adapt. They're the ones who survive, and we have to be able to do it. Whether you're 20 or you got gray hair like myself, you know, in our 50s, 60s, 70s, we've got to learn to be able to do this. We can't be lazy and say, oh, that's just for the youngsters. If we don't do this, we are going to struggle. So let's have a look and see what we need to do to be marketing online. There's a few simple activities. And I know I'm going to have a little bit of jargon in here. And I know by definition, we'll have the 99% on the call who maybe don't necessarily understand it. So I will clear those for you. We need to be able, first of all, to attract attention. Hi, I'm over here. And I'm not talking about a wham, bam, one done ads trying to sell your product, right? That's how we did it in the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Now, you can't do it that way. You have to attract people to you and become an influencer for them. Because let me tell you, 67% of people have made their decision what they're going to buy before they walk out that door, because they've done their research. right? Because they found you and they've done their research. So we need to be able to do that with online ads. That's one way of doing it. Content marketing. That's talking to the people who are on our social media, people we already know, people who are already part of our world, right? We need to be able to do things like retargeting. I'm going to cover what that is in just a second. And SEO, search engine optimization. We need to make it easy for people to find us. If someone's looking for new window shades and they're searching, we need to make sure we get found, right? Again, you could say, oh, well, I've got my store and my store looks beautiful. Sorry, no one's walking by your store right now, right? You need to be able to, they need to be able to find you online. That's what we're doing here. And again, right now it's just attracting their attention. But once we've got their attention, now we need to be having a conversation with them. Not an exchange of a business card and done. No, a conversation, because most people are not looking to buy today. They're looking to buy next week, next month, next year, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. If we've attracted them, brought them into our circle of influence, and we can now talk to them, then we've got a chance of winning their business when they're in the market. We need websites. We need email campaigns. We need newsletters. We need to be blogging. We need more content marketing. We need to have a database where we're storing all the information about the people who are drawing towards us. And then we need to be able to measure everything. Okay, this is a lot. I get it. And if you haven't been brought up in this world, if you are older like me, this is all new stuff. And it's kind of scary. And if you want to do it right now, I listed everything that you need to be able to do. These are all different products you need to have, that you need to learn, you need to pay for, and that's a lot. See you later. So you're going to be paying somewhere between, $500 and $2,500 a month minimum. And in more than likely, it could be very much a lot more than that. My tax person spent $3,500 just on her website. Okay, so that's what we've got going on right now. The good news is that the NowSite platform has all of those things all under one roof. It all works together. You don't have to work out, you don't have to, there's not a big learning curve. You don't have to work out how it's all going to work together. And it's all for under $100. And actually, I'm going to show you how you can get it for free. Right? So let's have a look at that. All you need to have is one of these. You just need a cell phone or a computer, a desktop, laptop, just some kind of access to the internet so that you can be doing your digital marketing. And you literally can market like the big companies. You and I, the person who's literally sat there, we've dabbled in it or not done anything. This product is for us. And let me tell you, that's 99% of you out there. So I know I'm talking to most of the people on this call. Now, it's not at the exclusion of people who know what they're doing. We've got many of the big companies and 1%ers who use this platform as well. You have the capability of doing all the clever big stuff as well, but it's also the nice, simple stuff that we need to be doing on a daily basis. That's what this is for. It's for you and I, the 99% of us. So let's go and attract some attention. Remember, the first thing we need to do is say, hi, I'm over here, right? We'll talk about how to communicate with them in just a second. For right now, how are we going to get people to attract towards us? One of the ways is with online advertising, okay? And this is something that we need to be doing, something we need to learn to do, because where is everybody looking right now? And not only what about you? What about when you buy, when you look? Do you do research online? Of course you do. So don't think your customers are any different. We need to be there. So online advertising is one of the ways. And with the NowSite platform, we use something called an ad pin. And when you're doing online advertising, you're attracting people who you don't know. People who are not in your circle of influence. And to do this traditionally right now, there's over 1 million different apps and websites that your ads can appear on. And so it's obviously doesn't make sense. You can't go to them all individually and place your ads and do this type of thing. So we usually pick on 1 or 2 or 3, like Facebook or Instagram. But let me tell you this, you can't pick and choose where your customers are going to find you. You'd like to think you can, but you're not in control of that necessarily. If you're an accountant, maybe your customers would find you on Bloomberg, but you're not advertising there because you're going for Facebook and Instagram. You need to be able to market to all of the 1 million different websites and apps in one go. It's just obviously extremely prohibitive to try and do that yourself when you have to go to each one and place your ad in each one. You have to learn all of their rules and stuff like that. Just a nightmare. Here's the good news. In the NowSite platform, you can create that ad one time, really, really simply in a portal, and the Now Site algorithm will distribute that ad for you across the million different apps and websites according to the choice of the algorithm. Does the work for you. All you need to do is create the ad one time. So it's, again, made for the other 99% of us. So look how dumbed down this is in use. Not dumbed down in its application. It's just, it's the same online advertising. It's just dumbed down in its presentation. Okay, and in the way that we do it in our delivery. So in the back office, if you become a royalty, sorry, there's a penny in the, there's my 25 cents in the jar. Felice is smiling because she's getting rich. In the Now Site platform, if you become a Now Site customer, in the Now Site back office, you can see over there on the left-hand side, it says online ads. Click on there. You can, this is for a real estate guy, by the way, but it could be any company, any type of industry, you know, real estate person, plumber, personal trainer, restaurant, artist, musician, lawyer, whatever. This is for a real estate guy. Highland Park property open house this weekend. Type that in, just literally typing it in. Then put in a description. Beautiful 6-bedroom family home in the heart of Dallas. Okay, nice and simple. You need to upload a picture. Now remember that the algorithm is distributing it across over all the million different apps and websites for you. So you need to put the picture in twice because some of them need a square picture. Some of them need a rectangular. So you put the same picture in twice, okay? And then once you've done that, you click on website URL, because now what you want to do is put your address in there so that when they see your ad and go, yes, I do like that, click, right? That, where are they going to be sent to, right? That's where you're going to put this in here. Our real estate guy, David Poole, is going to put in davidpoolerealestate.com. You see that up at the top up there. That's where people are going to go when they see his ad. Now what we can do is click on online ad location over there on the left. This is going to decide where you want your ad to appear. Now that pulls up a map of the whole of the world, and you can literally be dropping a pin, hence the word ad pin, by the way. That's why it's called an ad pin. You could drop a pin anywhere in the world, right over your own house, right over the open house, or right over an airport, right over the next town, the next county, the next state, the next country. I could literally be marketing to my mom over on the south coast of England right now. I literally could do that. Once I've done that, and this is what it looks like. I drop a pin. I'm going to drop a pin right now down in Southeast Dallas because maybe that's where the house is. But once I've done that, I can now also draw a circle around that pin for the catchment area that I want people to see the ad. It could be as small as 1/2 mile or as big as 500 miles, depending on how I want to approach. I really like, it sounds counterintuitive, but I really like the small area because I can be really targeted. I can name people in that area. I can talk about, you know, a certain apartment complex or a certain housing estate or a certain district. I can name them and make my ad a lot more attractive. Once I've done that, I can then click save, and that ad will now be broadcast according to the algorithm to the across the 1 million different apps and websites, to the social media and general apps of people's iPhones, Androids, tablets, desktops, and laptops, of the people in the area of the pin. So I created my ad in the portal, really simple. The algorithm took the ad and said, okay, I'm going to distribute it out across various different sites, across 1 million different apps, and it will vary wherever it goes. But again, you can't choose where you're going to find your customer. And those people in the area of the pin will see your ad. Here's an example. Here is, this is Maridel, okay? She's looking to get married in November. Is that today? No. She's like most people, not looking to buy today, but she's interested, she's looking, she's excited about getting married. She sees the ad, it happens to be on Facebook, but it could be any of the 1 million different apps that are out there. This is what the ad would look like on Facebook, because this is what ads look like on Facebook. Remember, it's not a different type of online advertising. It's a different way of delivering it so you and I can do it. So we will actually do it. I get asked at this time as well, why would all of these different apps and websites, why would they allow us to appear on their platform? It's because Now Site buy over 100 million different ads and impressions every month, and they resell them to us in little packages that we can use with our ad pins. Okay, so even though the delivery mechanism is different, the ads are exactly the same, and they're getting paid exactly the same. It's just a very clever, simple way of allowing you and I, the 99%ers who've done a little bit of marketing, but not really very much, it allows us to be able to do it. So back to our girl here who's excited about getting married in November. She clicks on the ad, right? She goes, well, that's a nice house. I'd like to see that. She clicks on the ad. And remember, David Poole put in his website address. So now it's going to take her to his website or his, but it could just as easily be his business Facebook page or his LinkedIn or his Instagram or a YouTube video, or it could take him to his Keller Williams site or if you've already got a site, it could take them there as well. It could take them to their Century One site or whatever. But remember what I told you. Remember I said that the Now site platform is everything you need to be able to do digital marketing. Well, obviously central to that is the ability to create your own websites. And that's what's happening in the Now site platform here. You can create your own websites, and those websites can be as beautiful as any website as you've ever seen out there. But what do we want the website to be able to do? We need it to be able to, first of all, inform Maridel about the house. In your case, inform Maridel about your personal training, about your restaurant, about the band that's playing tonight, whatever it is, whatever yours is, information, right? Number two, it needs to be able to connect with her. Hopefully I'm connecting with you. We need to have some kind of means of connection, because the face-to-face is going away, but we still need human interaction. Let's not doubt what we need. We still need that connection. Then ideally, I want to collect her information, because if I've got her information, I can be talking to her between now and the time she's ready to buy the house in November. Also, we want a call to action, some kind of do this next, do this next. We want to keep her involved and in an ongoing conversation with us that's appropriate and not too intrusive on her life, so that when she's ready to buy the house, she says, David Poole, you're my man, right? And that's what we've got to be able to do. This is what the websites can look like. They can be absolutely stunning. They can be beautiful. And you don't need any HTML skill sets. You don't need any WordPress skill sets. It's much simpler than Wix and Squarespace, which are all also good websites, but they are only that. They are only websites. But this is as simple as it gets. It's literally drag and drop. But remember, so here we're informing Maridel about the house. There's pictures and there's images, and scroll down, there's more text and stuff like that. But we also want to connect. Now with these phones, we've got a 4K camera on here. We've got a film crew following us around in our pocket. I can literally do a partial tour of the house. David Poole can walk around the house doing a partial tour, not the whole tour, because we want her to want more. And he can say, look, if you're looking for a full tour of the house, just fill out the information below, and we'll arrange for a virtual tour of the house, or I can take you around the house, whatever you feel would suit you. So pretty normal, right? Yeah, absolutely, it's normal. But does this happen? Absolutely not. Does it happen? This is the holy grail. This is the center of all marketing. Look at what David Poole has done. He's attracted someone he didn't know. He's sent her to a website where he's informed her, connected with her. Now he's collected her information and given her a call to action, which is to have a tour around the house. Let's not underestimate what you've done there. Marketing companies would kill for this. Compare that to the billboard on the side of the road that someone spent $10,000, $20,000 on, that people are just driving by all day, every day. Do they know who those drivers are? Of course not. You've collected Maridel's information. You now have her in your grasp. So now if you're appropriate, if you're informational, if you are a leader, if you are an influencer, if you give her help and advice, if you're entertaining, you can keep her engaged between now and November when she's ready to buy. And that is the as I say, that's the whole holy grail of marketing. And you've just done that with this really, really simple package. By the way, this is the toolkit of how to build a website. There's 240 different industries catered for in this website with all the stock photography. There's a bunch of stock photography that's very likely to align with your industry. If you have to upload your own, you can absolutely do that. Obviously, David Poole needed to upload this image of this particular house. When he uploaded it, it was under that square on the left over there that says large image. All right, and so when he picks that up and drags it across to the right and lets go of it, that's where that house appeared. Then he wanted to upload the video, right? He created the video on his phone. There was a little link for that. That link is underneath that square on the left that says video. Pick up the video square, drag it across to the right, let go. That's where the video is going to appear. It is really dumbed down for us as those people who have not done anything like this before. It's perfect. And if you need any more help down the bottom there, there's a support button there with just awesome support to be able to help you with any questions in chat, or they'll even get online with you so you can share screens. So now we've attracted her attention. We've brought her into our website. We've been communicating with her, but we've collected her information. We've obviously got to keep that somewhere. So we need a database. Okay, and databases are not very exciting. They're very, very valuable, but they're not very exciting. But there's three things that are really exciting about this particular database. First of all, it's already part of the NowSite platform. You don't have to bring in a third party, make it work with each other. When she filled out the information, boom, it went straight into the database without David Poole having to do anything. Secondly, it's a full CRM. CRM, there's a bit of jargon there. Remember, I said I'd clear any jargon for you. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management System. This is where it's like Salesforce, where you can now, or David Poole can now stay in touch with Maridel, make sure she's taken care of between now and November, so that he's always on the ball. He's always reminded when to stay in touch with her, keeps a track of what he sent her, the information he sent her. But there's a third thing that there's also really good about this database, is that it triggers, right? Because it's all part of the same platform. It triggers just one of the ways that we can now stay in touch with Maridel, who has opted in to be in touch with us, right? She wants to know about the houses. She wants a tour around the house. Because I know some of you say, oh, well, email, you know, I don't read my email. Well, no, you don't read the email you're not interested in, and it's going to be going to spam. But if you've asked for information, you're looking for those emails, and email is still one of the top ways of being able to stay in touch with people who've requested information. It's like when you're watching TV, you ignore most of the ads, but when one comes on for the Ford truck and you're looking to buy a Ford truck, you stop and watch that ad. Same thing with emails. Emails is still king for staying in touch with your clients, but this is how David Poole can now stay in touch with Maridel, and look how beautiful those emails can be. I mean, they can literally look as beautiful as the websites. Again, simple drag and drop. All of the stock photography is there. You can create something beautiful like those ones on the right over there, or a little two-liner like the ones over there on the left. But this is where David Poole can build the relationship, right? Instead of just say exchanging a business card and not talking to her for a few months, right? Because he knows she's not buying till November. Now what he can do is between July, August, September, October, and November, right? He can be having this communication, whether it's through email. This is just one of the ways. There's other ways as well. But what he's doing is he's building the relationship. He's giving her all the information she needs about buying a house, a good loan officer, a good title company, a good inspector, how to dress your house or stage your house effectively. He's building the relationship, winning her trust, so that then you can do your job, which is to win her as a customer. This is not a sales tool. This is a marketing tool. You are the sales tool. The job of this platform is to make sure that you capture Maridel and you put her in the database so she's always there in front of you. And you do it with more than just Maridel. You do it with 5 people, 10 people, 100 people, 200 people. Think about it. David Poole put this ad out there. Do you think that only one person is going to look at this house? This is the first email that goes out, right? And it's exactly what Maridel was expecting. She asked for a tour, and this email automatically went out. Thank you for getting in touch to arrange a tour of 1100 Hunters Way. Click on the link below, right? This is how David Poole, this is the first time he's hearing from Maridel. The attracting, the communicating, the connecting, the collecting of information was all done automatically. This went out there and has arranged now the tour, which is great. But secondly, to my point, is do you think only Maridel's going to want to look around this beautiful house? Of course not. There's going to be 50 other people who want to look around this house. And that, to my point, that's now Maridel plus 50 people's names going in that database. And if he's got 20 houses for sale, that's 20 houses with 50 people looking around, wanting to look around it. That's 1,000 people who are in the market for a home. Now, again, maybe they're not looking to buy today, but if they're in your database and your database is constantly staying in touch with advice, with help, with education, with entertainment, with other houses on the market, you are in front of those people between now and the time when they're ready to buy. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month, could be next year, could be 5 years from now. Doesn't matter, you're in front of them. This is marketing. This is you throwing the net out to the whole ocean of people who are going to be buying a house at some point, instead of just looking at that little pond. Who's looking to buy today? Who's looking to buy today? Because you've got the small mindset, because I've got bills now. You see what I'm saying here? Think like Apple, think like Geico. Apple don't have to sell to me. I was sold on Apple 20 years ago. They've done such a great job with their marketing. The sale is almost superfluous. That's your target. The second email that goes out automatically could be an email about how great David Poole is, about his family, about his hobbies. Again, endearing Maridel to David Poole. He could hit the third email, again, automatically going out, could be other houses for sale in the area. The fourth email could be about a great loan officer, a great title company. Why not cross-promote with people in your industry? Refer them so they refer you, right? And this is how you can do it. But at the same time, you're also helping Maridel. You're ingratiating yourself to Maridel. So when she's in the market for the house, you've got the best chance you can of winning her business. That's what the platform is all about. Okay, so let's go and attract some more attention. We've attracted the attention of people who we don't know. What about all the people who we do know, right? Where all the hard work is already done. The know, like, and trust part, right? With Maridel, you've got to establish that know, like, and trust, right? But with the people who are already, for example, in your social media, on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, they're people who are either family or friends or associates or people you've had some kind of connection with already. And this is where we're going to touch on something called content marketing, where the online ads talk to people you don't know, content marketing talks to the people you do know. And this is where most of my business for my energy company comes from, because the know, like, and trust, the know, love, and trust has already been done. What you can do, we're all posting on Facebook and on LinkedIn and on Twitter and to various degrees about our life. We're posting the fluffy cat, the meme about this, the vacation we went on, etc., etc. But you do need to be posting about your product or your service or your industry, just to remind your friends about your business or product. Because let me tell you this, because your friends, family, colleagues, and this type of thing know, like, and trust you, they want to give you the business. Trust me, they want to, because they know, like, and trust you, but only on one condition. They only want to give you their business if they are buying from you, not if you are trying to sell to them. There's nothing more embarrassing, more awkward than your best buddy trying to sell you the latest lotion or potion, the latest water filter system, your health insurance, your this, that, and the other. It's awkward and it's embarrassing. And it's a nuance, but it's everything. Because if they are able to come to you, they will buy from you. So this is how you do it. With content marketing, you can be marketing to your friends and family in an appropriate way, not placing ads about buy my product, buy my product, buy my CBD oil, buy my house, buy my electricity, cheapest rates in town. Not like that. I'm talking about articles about your industry, articles about what you do. David Poole happens to be pretty direct here. He is marketing his open house, but a Mary Kay girl could be putting an article out there about how lipstick fashions have changed since 1920 to 2020. All right, an interesting article which you girls will want to read. But the thing is, when they click on the post that you make, because we're making a post through the Now site platform, okay. But this is how we're going to be doing this. Not a regular post. It's a post that you're doing through the platform. It now no longer is just a post where the picture gets bigger. Now it is a fully functioning ad. So when people click on it, it goes to that website, where that website can now inform them about the product, connect with them, and collect their information, give them everything they need. So if, for example, in this case, it's the open house, it's pretty obvious we're looking to win someone to look around the house. But what about the Mary Kay girl, when they click on this article about the fashion changes of lipstick between 1920 and 2020, when you click on it, maybe this website, the first thing there is not a picture, it's a video of the Mary Kay girl with all of these different lipsticks, and she's putting them on and wiping them off and showing them how they work with certain fashions. It's very attractive for women to watch other women put their makeup on and see how good they look. Maybe they're dark complected, maybe they're light complected. It's really engaging, but it's not saying, buy my product, buy my product. It's starting that conversation. That's what we're doing. That's why content marketing is so awesome. So let's summarize what we're doing here. We're doing a couple of things. First of all, we are attracting people who we don't know, and we're attracting people who we do know. This girl on the left over here could be our cousin or our neighbor, or it could be someone who we have never met before, but we've attracted her to our website where we can start this conversation about looking around the house, or about looking, at these various makeups, or about personal training tips, or about the benefit of using CBD oil for sleeplessness, or because your 16-year-old child is depressed. Right? We're talking about benefits here, not the functions of your product. You're attracting people that you don't know, people you do know, coming to the website. They are now interested in what you're doing. And now what you're doing is the most important thing. Remember I told you how boring that database is? This is the golden jewel. Can a jewel be golden? Oh, I guess not. This is the jewel of your platform. This is where the money is made, because you are building your database of people who are attracted to you, started the conversation. Remember, David Poole had Maridel looking at that house, plus the other 50 looking at the house, plus he's got 20 people who are looking, 20 houses he's got for sale. That's 1,000 people in his database. Do that for 6 months, a year, 2 years. Now you've got 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 people in your database who now you can be communicating with on an ongoing basis, so you are in front of when they're looking to buy. When you've got that number of people in your database, on any one day, you've got many people looking to buy. That's how this works. This is where your money is. I sold a business in 2004. We made over $2 million for it. They did not buy me. They did not buy my staff. They did not buy my building. They bought a little bit of my technology. You know what they bought? They bought my database. They spent over $2 million on a list of names. That is the value of your business. Whether you're a one-man band, one-woman band, or you are Apple, the value of your business is your database. The bigger your database, the richer you're going to be. Okay, moving on. We need to be able to measure your results. So we've got Google Analytics as part of the platform. This is the back office. There's the ad that we placed. We can see the number of people who looked at it. Not clicked on it, looked at it. We can also see the number of people who clicked on it. If the number of people who looked at it is like 10,000 and the number of people who clicked on it is 3, let me tell you what that isn't an indication of. That doesn't mean that online marketing doesn't work. That is ridiculous, and stop thinking that if you are, because obviously online marketing works. All the big companies, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, are multi-billion-dollar companies because digital marketing works. Let me tell you what it is. It's your ad. It sucks. Change it. Get your ego out the way. That picture you thought was awesome obviously isn't working. That text you used obviously isn't working. But it looks great. This is the best ad I've ever created. Sorry, the numbers beat your opinion. Move your ego to one side. The numbers are telling you change this ad. Okay? Listen to the numbers. You also know the age of the person, the gender of the person, the device they're on, the location they're in. You can specify the age group. Let's go back to that Mary Kay girl. Let's say she's got a line of teenage makeup. She only wants to approach 18 to 24-year-old females who are interested in. This is where we can work on the SEO, the search engine optimization. We can put in keywords there. So a Mary Kay girl can say, I want to talk to 18 to 23-year-old females who are interested in makeup, lipstick, Mary Kay, Rodan and Fields, L'Oreal. You can name everything about your product, about your competitor's product. So when they're looking for your type of product, they are much more likely to find you. You are literally running your marketing with the ease, with so simple to use, but you're running it like a digital marketing ad agency without the tens of thousands of dollars invested in being able to do it. You literally can do it from the phone in your pocket or the laptop sitting beside you. You can pull over to the side of the road, have an idea for a campaign, put it together, and be marketing like the big boys. And if that wasn't easy enough, we also have artificial intelligence to do most of the heavy lifting for you. When you become a Now Site customer, you obviously put the information about you and your company and answer a few questions about your product and your industry, so that when you're putting your campaign together, right, and you're sitting there with a blank sheet going, well, I don't know where to start because I've not done this before. Don't worry, Miss Artie here, Mr. Artie, I've just named him, okay? We're going to call him Artie. Artificial intelligence guy here. We'll look at the questions you answered, go out to the internet and find the content and images that are already being effective out there in the industry, pull them in to your campaign and auto build your campaign for you. It will build your website for you. It'll give you suggestions for content marketing, for articles to put in your social media, suggestions for ads. It will write a blog for you. It's unreal. It will do all of the heavy lifting for you. Here's an example. Now, you can be doing really involved campaigns. Remember, I told you this is absolutely works for the 1%ers. But for those who are just getting started, we need to be doing a little bit of marketing every day. Check this out. This is Joanna. She's a real estate girl. She gets up in the morning. She's just woken up. She's opened up a computer and gone to her email, and she's just put the coffee on. Okay, I'm going to show you can get all your marketing done by the time she's ready to drink her coffee. So she sits down, there's an email already waiting for her based on the questions she answered. And this comes in every day. It says, hey, Joanna, our artificial intelligence engine has created a new social marketing post for you. It's found the image and the text and put it all together for you. Would you like to post it today? And this is what it looks like. Top 10 reasons why it's the perfect time to buy your dream home. Not buy my house, buy my house, buy my house. It's top 10 reasons why it's a good time to buy a house. It's an interesting article that engages people and starts a conversation, keeps it nice and low key. It's not predatory. It's approachable, right? So have a look at the article. Yeah, that's a great article. I would like to post. And it says, would you, Artie, the artificial intelligence says, do you want to post it on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn? And you say, well, I'd like to do Facebook. It could be all three. And it says, well, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, great. Click. And it says, was it successful? You can go to your Facebook page and see that it's there. Yes, it was. So basically what's happened is you've done one click, right? The coffee hasn't even started boiling yet. And you've just posted on all of your social media. You've got your social media done. Doesn't stop there. It then says, would you also like to make that same content a blog, and I'll add it to your website for you? Click yes, done, written, formatted, on your website, done. You didn't even have to go there. You can go there to look to see if it's there. It's there. It hasn't stopped there. The kettle's just starting to boil, starting to steam a little bit, right? It now says, would you like to email this content to your followers? Yep, click, done. I've done click, click, click. I've done social content marketing. I've written a blog and posted it, and I've done an email campaign. Now I'm going to go pour my coffee. That is unreal. It does not exist out there in the marketplace. And it's so simple that you and I, as people who've not done this type of thing before, can actually do it. I told you this wasn't going to be a sales pitch, but I did tell you I would get excited about this. I get excited about this because this is awesome. It means in my energy business, every day, I can get up, make my coffee, look at my email, and I can make a post, I can do a blog, and I can do an email campaign. And slowly the result of that is my database is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so in any one day, some of my, like a 1% of my 10, 20,000 size database are looking to switch electricity. I'll take those customers. Thank you very much. And the thing is, they're coming to me. I'm not having to go out to look for them. Now it feels like I'm Apple. Now it feels like I'm McDonald's. People come to me. This is rare for the one-man band, the one-woman band. We've been hustlers our whole life. We've been having to go out there, sharpen our spear, go win the business. Now this has changed everything. Now, in literally the time it makes to make a cup of coffee, 3 clicks, and you've got all of your daily marketing done. And there's more. Now I sound salesy. Now I sound like Billy Mays, right? God rest his soul. Retargeting. You know, when you've been out there looking to buy, I don't know, a new wallet or a new pair of shoes or whatever, and now all of a sudden it seems like a new wallet or pair of shoes is all over the place. That's not because your washing machine is listening to you and Big Brother is saying, ha ha. No, it's a marketing technique. If you visited a certain site or done a certain search, the marketing engines know, and they will be able to take advantage of that. The NowSite platform is exactly the same. If someone goes and visits your website, if Maridel goes and looks at that website about the house and she didn't fill her information out because she got distracted by whatever, a phone call came in or whatever, because she visited the website, she's now going to get, listen to this, 10 more ads appear to her reminding her about this house that's for sale. 10 of them. All of the follow-up. You know the fortunes in the follow-up. You hear that. It's a cliche because it's true. The fortune is in the follow-up. You know, David Paul doesn't know she's even there because she didn't go and follow through, but she's going to get followed up by David Paul 10 times. 10 ads. Bang, 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 bang. To remind her to go and look at that house. Do you think that improves your odds that Maridel's going to take a tour around that house? Do you think it is? Oh my gosh, it's game changing. She otherwise would have forgotten about it, maybe. But this way, she's going to be reminded 10 times. Here's a couple of applications that are perfectly, they're perfect for realtors. But for realtors, see every other industry as well. So we've got an open house. David Paul is going to do online ads to attract people he doesn't know, okay? Placing it over the open house, over a busy airport, over another wealthy area that can afford these types of houses. He can really be specific, attracting people he doesn't know. He can talk to everybody he does know. You know, the people he knows, they buy houses too. And they want to buy it from him because he's now able to let them know about it without calling them and trying to sell it to them. He'll have his friends and family coming to him. Remember, this is where most of my business comes, the content marketing. Is a very specific application for realtors. But again, you'll see this is relevant to anybody. There are hundreds of companies moving around the country. And they obviously need to take their employees with them. California to Texas is a very popular route because California is super expensive. Texas has all sorts of tax advantages. It's a great place, lots of space, much less expensive for people to be in Texas. One particular one is the McKesson Corp. They're a massive pharmaceutical company with thousands of employees moving from San Francisco to Dallas. Boy, would I like to be that realtor. Right? Well, instead of sitting here waiting for them to come and find you, go to them. Remember that portal I showed you at the beginning where you can just put that ad together? You can do this. And remember I told you the tight circle? Watch this. I can put an ad together, type in there McKesson Corp employees. Are you relocating to Dallas? Upload the picture. Put in there David Paul, DFW Realtor Relocation Expert. I can then open up that map, type in the address of the McKesson Corp over in San Francisco, and I can pull the circle in really tight, and I can drop that ad right over the top of the McKesson Corp employees, like it's a hat fitting on a head, literally right over the top. The people who are going to be seeing this ad are McKesson Corp employees, and they're moving to Dallas. And my ad says, McKesson Corp employees, are you relocating to Dallas? If that isn't targeted, I don't know what is. If you don't think that would help your business because you're able to catch people before they move to your area, then you're in the wrong room, because this is unreal targeted. This is how I build my business. I put pins right over the top of apartment complexes, and I name the apartment complexes, Lexington Apartments, where your energy bills high last month. That's why I'm constantly attracting people with my online ads. Who else do you think would like to attract people who are moving to the area? They'll need a mortgage company. The mortgage company would love this application. Title companies, moving companies, landscaping companies, cleaning companies. Who would have thought a Dallas dentist would advertise in San Francisco? Catch them before they get here. Schools, churches, charities, before they get here, go get them. Vets. I love this picture. This guy's face just makes me smile. He makes my day. But this is the point. You know, you could put these kind of ads out there and attract people before they arrive to the area. It's phenomenal technology. So I've talked about realtors. Obviously, roofers can promote to stormed areas where there's a bunch of hailstorms. Bands can advertise over certain areas. Bands usually have a big content, social content area. They can be promoting using all the content marketing. Network marketers and insurance agents. I have just saved your lives, guys, because no longer do you have to write up the list of your family and friends and call mom and ask her if she wants to sign up for medical insurance or buy the latest makeup or buy the latest this. Now the conversation's round the other way. Now, because you can let your friends and family know who already know, like, and trust you, what you do, so they can do what they want to do, which is buy from you, because you didn't try to approach them. This is a godsend for any network marketers or insurance people. Obviously, restaurants, churches, charities, schools. I literally could go through 1,000 different industries that need more customers, and we need to start more conversations and have more communications. This is absolutely perfect for them. So how much is it? You can start for $87. I'm going to show you actually how to get it for free in just a second, but let's put this in context. I used to have 3 Dickie's barbecue restaurants that Felicia was talking to you about at the beginning. We spent more than $87 on our toilet paper. We spent more than $87 on our salt and pepper. This is nothing. I could get all of my marketing done. Remember, this is business to business. Business owners know they need to be marketing. This is nothing to be able to market your business. For the $87, it gets you unlimited websites. That alone is worth the price at the door. 3 of them with the package can be AI campaigns, artificial intelligence, where it does all that heavy lifting for you. 10,000 marketing emails, unlimited social media marketing. Remember the girl who was making a cup of coffee? Where you get the content marketing post, the blogging, and the email campaigns, unlimited. You can do that as much as you like, and it's not costing you any more. And again, it's all done for you. You've got file sharing. You've got the ability to measure everything with those analytics. So you can see exactly what's going on, see why your ad is, or if your ad is good or it isn't, your website's good or it isn't, your email campaigns are good or they're not. You can do all that. You can be very discerning, but also with this package, 250 people who visited your website will automatically get 10 ads reminding them about your product. Remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. That alone is just incredible. And $87, unreal. The other 2 packages are just more of the same. The $167 gets you 5 AI campaigns. It still gets you the unlimited websites, the unlimited social media marketing, the search engine optimization, the analytics, but it also gets you 50,000 marketing emails, not just the 10,000, and 500 people who visit your landing page get the retargeting ads. Then the 327, which is the one I have, gets you 10 AI campaigns, unlimited websites, 100,000 marketing emails, which I get through them all because I can promote to so many different apartments for my electricity, unlimited social media marketing, search engine optimization, analytics, and 1,000 people who visit my website get retargeted with 10 ads. I can't believe I'm saying this because I was a guy who knew nothing about marketing. I was the absolute typical guy who would go out to promote my business at networking meetings, at parties, at events, whatever I could to exchange my business card. That's who I was. Now with this, I can have an idea for a campaign, pull over to the side of the road, get my laptop app, put this campaign together, and I'm out marketing. And over and above that, every morning when I make my cup of coffee, I'm going click, click, click. I've done all of my marketing. That blows my mind. So what about the online ads? Remember I told you in order to include online ads to your campaign, each of these packages, by the way, you don't have to have the online ads. They're standalone digital marketing platforms that you can use to promote your business. If you want to do the online ads as well, if you want to promote to people out of the area, attract people who you don't know and build your list, then you can buy those little packages at the bottom there. Remember, Royalty already pre-buys the ads and the impressions for you at a bargain rate. They resell them to us. They don't make any money on those, so we get a good advertising rate. We can buy those impressions in little packages. For example, you can buy 10,000 guaranteed eyes on your ad, right? Not clicks, eyes on your ad. You can't guarantee clicking because your ad might suck, remember? But you can guarantee 10,000 people look at it for $500. So $500, for $50. 50 bucks, 50. You get 10,000 eyes on your ads. And what I would do is I would actually split that across 2 pins so I can do some A/B testing. This is my ad on the left. And I thought it was great. I got hardly anybody clicking on it. The ad on the right, remember I'm advertising over the top of apartment complexes. Remember I named them in the ad. That ad on the right, because I had a picture of me standing outside the apartment complex I was advertising to, 10 times more clicks on the ad on the right than the one on the left. A/B testing is awesome. Remember the AI will do most of the lifting for you, the artificial intelligence, but you can also be doing this as well to really fine tune it. I have 6 ads going on right now, right over the top of the DFW area, advertising to 6 different apartment complexes, and I'm constantly adding new names to my list. Now, most of my business comes from my social media because I've attracted people into my social media. So, but I've got people I don't know finding me with this, and the people I do know are on my social content. That's where I'm getting most of my business. My electricity business has transformed because of my ability to now market like the big boys. So that's it. I'm going to show you how to get it for free in just a second if you want to stick around for a couple more minutes. But that's the Now Site platform. You can do all your online advertising, all your social content, all the SEO, all of the fancy stuff you hear all the young folks talking about, saying that's what they're doing for their marketing, email campaigns, build your own websites. You've got a full database, all under one roof, all for under $100, 87 bucks. And it's made for you and I, so you and I can now do it. So we don't have to sharpen our spear every month because we got bills to pay. Now we can build a farm. And that farm will feed us every day, every week, every month because of something we planted, because we're constantly out there starting conversations. We're in front of people when they're looking to buy, not hoping when you go out, you're finding someone who's looking to buy today. It's a nuance, but it's absolutely everything. We're always going to be hustling a little bit. Even Apple hustle for the sale when the people are in the store. But the point is the people are walking in the store. You need people walking in your store so you can do what you do. So that's the Now Site platform. Again, I'm going to show you how to get it for free in just a second. The first all-in-one digital marketing platform. It's 87 bucks. It's powered by artificial intelligence. So literally you can go click, 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 your marketing's done. Click, 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 your marketing's done day by day by day. Or you can create these nice campaigns that are very specific. You can do whatever, to whatever degree. Nice and simple or more complex if you want it, and you can learn with it. If this is something you like, if this is something that makes sense to you, if the NowSite platform will help you build your business, then get back with the person who invited you to this call. And they'll be able to get your questions answered, certainly be able to get you started, and tell you about the referral program if that's something that is of interest to you. If you have to go, that's great. Thank you very much for your time. If you want to learn how to get it for free, stick with me just for a couple of minutes and I'll show you how to do that. But again, thank you for coming. All right, there's a way to get your platform for free. I like that. All you need to do is basically refer it. If you think it's a good idea that your friend who's a real estate person, or your friend who is a personal trainer and their business is not doing so well right now, I think there's one or two of those guys out there. If you think something like this could help their business, you can refer it to them. And let me tell you what referring is. Referring is pointing them to this call. I'll do all the hard work for you. I will give them this presentation for you, and you saw I will refer them back to you. Okay, go refer 3 people, and your platform can now be free. Here's Lisa. She's got the $87 package. She happened to refer it to her realtor friend, her chiropractor friend, and a dentist friend, all of whom have got a business to build, all of whom are struggling right now and need to be in front of people online, right? This was a really easy thing for Lisa to be able to do. I did the presentation for her. She's now got her 3 people at platforms now for free. I would suggest she gets a couple more people just in case one of her 3 fall off and she has to pay the 87. If she's got 5, she's got a little bit of insurance in there. Now, 90% of people who watch this are potentially customers and can see how NowSite can help them market their business. I would suggest you refer it. It makes sense to me. I've been in business for over 35 years. If I can eliminate a bill, let alone a marketing bill, I'm going to do it. You don't have to do it, but if NowSite makes sense to you, you become a customer, then by all means refer people to this call, and I will show them how the platform works and refer them back to you and get your platform for free. But what about the other 10%? Well, the other 10% are people like a couple of folks who are on this call, or like Felice and myself, and we see that this platform is a real opportunity. First of all, there's 500 million small businesses out there. 500 million, and 99% of them are not doing digital marketing effectively, and we've got a product that would help them. I think that would make a good idea to be part of that. I saw that and I thought, you know what, I want to be part of this growth. I want to hook my wagon to that train so that I can keep referring. And I can take advantage of NowSite's affiliate program. We have an affiliate program. So if you refer it to more than 3 folks, the 3 get it for free, but you refer it to more, NowSite will actually pay you a commission for doing that. I want to emphasize here that this is not a switch and bait. Or bait and switch, sorry. This isn't an upsell. This is just letting you know that this opportunity is there if you want it. Felice and I decided on doing it. 90% of people do not. They just want to be a customer and refer it to a few friends, and that's it, and that's fine. That's totally cool. But if you think a plan B is a good idea, or your plan A is looking a little dodgy, then stick with me for a little longer and become a NowSite affiliate. It doesn't cost anything. You can become a NowSite affiliate for nothing. It's going to cost you $4.95 just to open up one part of the back office, but it doesn't cost you anything to become an actual affiliate. And then NowSite will pay you an affiliate commission every month based on the monthly income you generate for them. And that's just by referring people to this call. Remember, I do the work for you. And then you can also get paid from the people they refer to. So I referred this business to Felice. Felice joined my team, which was awesome. She then refers it to her friends or her business colleagues who she thinks would be a good idea. I get the benefit of Felice joining and Felice's people joining. This is how this works here. Here's Lisa. Lisa referred, she's a business person. She referred it to her 5 friends, her 5 business colleagues, because she wanted it for free and just to make sure she had a couple of extras. Those 5 people are all business owners. Do you think they're stupid? Probably not. Right? They want to get it for free too, so they refer it, to some folks. Lisa gets the benefit of both level 1 and level 2. Here's how the money works. Okay, so first of all, go and refer 3 people. That's 87 plus 87 plus 87 equals 261. All right, That 261 takes you over the 250 threshold and gets you your 3 for free. Let's say your 3 people who are smart business people want to get it for free too. They refer it to 3 people as well. That now is 3 on your first level, 3 on your second level, which is going to get, or sorry, 9 on your second level. That's going to get you a revenue to NowSite of $1,000 a month. NowSite say, thank you very much for those referrals. We're now going to pay you $365, not one time, every month, month after month. That's a car payment. Right now, with unemployment it was approaching 20 million at one point. I think it's lower than that now. $365 would make a big difference to people. Let's say you now have got your 5 people, right? You want to get it for free, and your 5 people are all business owners. They want to get it for free as well. Now you've got 5 people who've got 5. That's $2,500 going to royalty to NowSite. Oops, to NowSite. They will NowSite will give you a commission of $1,000 because you referred $2,500 to them. That comes in month after month. If you want a residual income, which is what this is, of $1,000 a month by putting money in the bank, you need $600,000 of tax-paid money, and you're earning 2%. 2% does not exist right now. You're lucky if you get 0.5%. But you can do this. You can refer something to 99% of 500 million small businesses and get paid on an ongoing basis. This is an awesome plan B. I've been doing this for 15 months. In my 11th month, my residual income, because I was referring this to other business colleagues of mine, got over 5 figures a month. Now, that is not typical. I don't want to say that everybody can do that, but all I did was refer people to this call. They became interested, they joined, they referred some other folks, and all of a sudden my residual income was over 5 figures a month. And you can keep building. There's a lot of money there if you want to do it. Again, with 99% of 500 million small businesses out there, the amount of money on here is absolutely doable. So for those who want to refer more than 5 folks, let's go through this real quick. Here's Lisa. She got her 5. Her 5 people referred it to 5 people each because they wanted it for free. Level 1, $348 goes to NowSite. Level 2, $2,171 goes to NowSite. They add that money up. They say, thank you very much. Here is a check, Lisa, for $1,000 every month. Lisa keeps going. No one else is building. Everybody else is just getting it for free. She's now got 10 people. Let's say she's been doing it for 6 months. She's really terrible at it. All she had to do is like less than 2 people a month. She referred to my call where I'm doing the work for her. They joined and they just wanted to get it for free. Everybody else is just getting it, 5 people each. 870 on level 1 goes to NowSite. 4,350 goes to NowSite. They will now pay you $2,000 a month in residual income. $2,000 a month. That's a mortgage down here in Dallas. It's half a mortgage up there in New York and over there in California, but that's a lot of money. It comes in month after month. Let's say she keeps going. She's now got 20 people. It took her a year. She's terrible at this. All she had to do was refer her business colleagues to me. I'll do the work for her, right? I refer them back to her. Those 20 people just want to get it for free by referring 5 people, the 3 plus 2 for insurance. The revenue on levels 1 and 2 goes to NowSite. NowSite now pays you $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month is the average salary that people are exchanging for at least 40 hours a week for, plus that drive to and from work. And you're getting this month after month, whether you work or not, because you referred a product that is the only solution for 99% of the small businesses that are out there. You can see why Felice and I hooked our wagon to this train. All right, let's say she's now been doing it for 2 years. She's got a little better. She's slightly better than 2 a month. Please, Lisa, come on, girl. She's got her 50 people over 2 years. Those 50 people have just got it for free. They just went out and referred it to 5 folks. And all they were doing, everybody was doing was referring them to this call. I did the work for them. The revenue on levels 1 and 2 has gone to NowSite. NowSite's paying you $9,000 a month. I don't care who you are. That is a lot of money. It almost seems too much. Almost seems unbelievable. All this is that 5 getting 5, and then just keep doing it for a period of time. The only thing that's changed here from the first slide to the last slide is the time that you put into it, okay? Simple. This is very, very doable. Now, there are folks like Felice and myself who actually want to do more than get it for free. If Lisa went out and got myself and Felice and 28 other people like us, check this out. Let's say she found 30 Felices and or 15 Felices and 15 Richards. Who want to go out there and find, I've got over 100 people on my first level. I know Felice has got somewhere between 50 and 60 on her first level. So to find people like us is not hard to do. Take a little longer, sure. But look at the revenue you're getting. You found your 30 you want to build because of the revenue on levels 1 and 2. Now you're making over $26,000 a month. Again, almost too much money to be believable. But it's the same math as the first slide I showed you, and you're referring a product that helps the 99% of the 500 small business owners out there who know they need to be on people's screens, because where is everybody buying? Where is everybody? Where are you buying? Where are you making your decisions? Where are you making your opinions? Where are you having friendships and dating, rating a restaurant? It's all here. And this is how we can allow people to be able to do that. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. You can become a customer or an affiliate. If you want to become a customer, that's perfectly fine. You'll be able to do on your online ads, your content marketing, your retargeting, all the SEO searching, so people can find you easily. Websites, you've got unlimited websites, the email marketing, you've got blogging, you've got content marketing. That retargeting is doing all the following up for you. You got the Google Analytics to measure everything, and it's all for under $100. Seems like a no-brainer to me, especially when you can get it for free by referring people. Or you can become an affiliate. Keep doing what Felice and I are doing. I've already got my electricity business. I'm already running that. I just work this alongside it. They complement each other, and I've doubled my income, more than doubled. Actually, my Now Site business way earns my energy business now in 11 months. So if you want to get your platform for free or become an affiliate, I do these presentations 3 times a week. Take a screenshot of that or photograph that. I'm doing them every week. If you want to find out where the link is, just go to nowsitebp.now.site, nowsitebp.now.site. The link is there. You can just go there and click on it, and it'll bring you to this Zoom call. That's the times that it's running. You can also get the training done. That'll all be done for you. So I'll do the presentation for you. You're welcome. As you can see, Felice or Gina here will do the training for you. I'm sure Felice says, you're welcome. We're doing all the work for you. If you want to go find the link for the training, it's Get Started with nowsite.now.site. There's a button on there. You click on that. That'll take you to the Zoom call where Felice will train you or Gina will train you. That's Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If this is a business that makes sense to you, for $87, you can get started. You've got everybody, I'll do the presentation for you. Felice will do the getting started training for you, and you're in business. Let me just give you, I'm going to give you like 10 seconds. A Dickey's barbecue restaurant is $300,000. $300,000. I had 3 of them, and I make more money in my residual from this Now Site business than I do from all 3 of my Dickey's barbecue restaurants. Without any risk. I've got $87 invested in it, which I've now got for free because I've obviously got more than 3 people in the business. I've got no risks. I've got no buildings. I've got no employees. I've got no health inspectors. This is a phenomenal business. So if you see this the same way as I do, either as just a customer or an affiliate like Felice and myself, get with the person who invited you to this presentation. They'll be able to get you started, answer any questions, or show you how to get it for free. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. I know I've gone a little bit over time. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. And with that, I'm going to pass back to you, Felice, just to close things out for us. Awesome.
Again, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you spending it with us. Again, bears repeating. If this is a good fit for your business, please join by getting back with the person that did invite you to this presentation. And we do welcome you back on any of our future presentations starting on Monday, and bring anyone that you may think might be a good fit for their business as well. I wish for you all a safe and wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. We'll see you on the next call. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye now.
No questions, so thanks. Good job, Richard.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.